The gravel crunched under Aaron's boots as he walked the forest trail, his breath curling like smoke in the morning air. He had returned to Oak Hollow after 15 years, a town too small to forget, too painful to remember. He never planned to come back. Not after the fight with his brother, not after the accident. But now, with his aunt gone and her cabin left in his name, he had run out of reasons not to. Aaron rubbed the stubble on his chin and looked up. The trees were taller, their branches clawing at the sky. The memories he'd buried here, memories of the girl he'd loved, the family he'd lost, seemed to rustle in the leaves. He pushed open the creaky door of the cabin, dust motes swirling in the sunlight. It still smelled like cedar and coffee, familiar and foreign all at once. A week passed. Aaron kept to himself. He chopped wood, fixed the roof, and tried not to remember. But Oak Hollow didn't forget. Not the way little towns do. It was on the 8th day that he heard it. A child's laughter. It was faint, carried by the breeze from deeper in the woods. He froze, axe in hand, listening. Another giggle. Aaron followed the sound down a barely used path, winding past old birch trees and the edge of the ravine. He hadn't walked this trail in years, not since. He shook the thought from his head. Then he saw her. A little girl, no older than 6, sitting cross-legged beside a crooked tree. Her wild curls were a tangle of leaves and sunlight, her clothes mismatched and worn. She was playing with a stick and a rock, murmuring to herself. Aaron took a cautious step forward. "Hey there," he said gently. The girl jumped, startled, but didn't run. Her wide hazel eyes met his, curious, not afraid. "You lost." She shook her head. "You live around here." Again she shook her head. Aaron frowned. "Are you alone?" Was. Then barely audible. "Yes." He crouched down to her level. "What's your name?" She hesitated, clutching the stick tighter. "Maya." "Well, Maya, my name's Aaron." "You hungry?" Her eyes flickered. She nodded. He held out a hand, careful not to move too fast. After a long moment, she placed her small fingers in his calloused palm. Back at the cabin, Aaron made soup, canned tomato, a little stale bread on the side. Maya ate slowly, eyes darting like a stray animal waiting for someone to yell. "You live with your parents?" he asked, trying to sound casual. "No." "Where do you sleep?" "In the woods. Sometimes by the river." A knot twisted in Aaron's chest. "What about school? Or someone who takes care of you?" Maya shrugged. He asked no more questions that night. Over the next few days she stayed. Aaron expected her to vanish like smoke, but each morning she was on the porch, legs swinging, waiting for breakfast. She spoke little, but when she did, her words were soft and heavy, as if she carried too many secrets for someone so small. Aaron tried contacting social services, but Oak Hollow didn't have a local office anymore. He left voicemails, sent emails. No reply. He didn't press Maya for answers. He didn't have the right. But he noticed things. The way she flinched at loud noises. The scars hidden under her sleeves. The way her stomach rumbled louder than her voice. One night, as the fireplace cast flickering shadows on the walls, Maya crawled onto the couch beside him. "Were you ever a dad?" she asked. Aaron blinked. "No." "Why?" She looked at her fingers. "You talk nice. Like a dad." He swallowed hard. "I almost was." He didn't explain. Didn't tell her about Claire, the woman he was going to marry. Or about the baby that never made it to her first breath. Silence stretched between them. Then Maya whispered, "Can you be my dad?" Aaron turned, stunned. Her eyes were wide, not pleading, just hoping. like she'd never asked anyone for anything before, and didn't know how it was supposed to sound. He looked away, jaw clenched. He hadn't come here to find something. He came to lose himself. But in that moment something shifted. A vow unspoken. Winter settled early that year. Aaron bought clothes for her. Warm jackets, little boots. He didn't ask how she ended up alone. The bruises faded, but the silence didn't. Social services finally called. He explained what he could, left out what he couldn't prove. "We'll investigate," they said. "But she may need to go into foster care." The thought of her leaving clawed at him. That night, Maya found him sitting on the porch, staring at the trees. "I heard you on the phone." He stiffened. "You said they might take me away." Aaron didn't answer. "Are they bad people?" "No," he said softly. "They just don't know you." She moved closer. "But you do." He looked down at her. "I want to stay." He nodded, voice cracking. "Then we'll figure it out." The next weeks were a blur of meetings, home inspections, and forms. Aaron had no idea how complicated becoming someone's guardian could be. The woman from social services, Ms. Harding, visited 3 times. She asked questions, made notes, watched Maya draw quietly in the corner. "She's been through trauma," she said once. "We need stability for her." "I can give her that," Aaron said. Harding raised an eyebrow. "You live alone in the woods, Mr. Turner. What makes you think you're qualified?" He looked her dead in the eye. "Because I was broken too. And she's the only one who noticed." The woman said nothing, just wrote something down. One cold morning, Maya didn't come downstairs. Aaron found her curled under the bed, shaking. "It's today," she whispered. "What is?" "The day my old dad came back last year. He yelled, hit me, took stuff, then left." Aaron froze. "He found you?" She nodded, tears streaking her cheeks. "He said he'd come back again." Aaron's fists clenched. "He won't. Not while I'm here." That night, he slept in the chair by her bed, a fire poker beside him. Nobody came. 2 months later, the paperwork was done. Aaron stood outside the courthouse, holding Maya's hand. The judge had signed it. Official. Legal. She was his now. No, he was hers. They went to the diner after, ordered pancakes with whipped cream. Maya grinned, chocolate syrup on her nose. "You know what this means, right?" Aaron said. She nodded. "You're my dad now." He smiled. "That's right." She leaned across the table and whispered, "I knew you'd never leave." Years passed. The cabin became a home. Maya grew tall, smart, strong. She still had scars, but now she also had laughter. Books lined the shelves. Her drawings covered the fridge. Sometimes, when the wind howled and the trees bent low, Aaron remembered how empty life had felt before her. One spring evening, as fireflies danced in the dusk, Maya, now 15, sat beside him on the porch. "Do you regret it?" she asked. "Regret what?" "Taking me in. Being my dad." He stared out at the woods for a moment. Then he said, "You saved me, Maya. I thought I came back here to hide. But I came back to find you." She smiled. "You're still bad at talking about feelings." He laughed. "Yeah. Working on it." Quiet beat. Then she whispered again, like she had that first night. "Thanks for not leaving." Aaron turned to her, eyes full. "I never will." And he never did.